Christmas was a swimming 6 feet of lake, high golden ridge. 4 calling birds, 3 red hens, 2 turtles, and a partridge in a pear tree.
So it's the 10th day of Christmas, and what is it today? Well, we're reviewing The Santa Claus 2. Yep, the sequel to the Tim Allen Christmas classic. And what do I think of it? I liked it. It's good. Yeah. Nothing too wrong. Okay, let's get on to the premise. So it's been 8 years since the first Santa Claus, and Tim Allen, playing Scott Calvin again, is enjoying his role as Santa, and is pretty much being declared the best Santa in the world by the elves, the children of the world, and the Council of Legendary Figures, which consists of Mother Nature, Father Time, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, Cupid, and Sandman. But there are some problems with this year's Christmas. Well, first off, he hasn't checked the list twice. Well, but that's a bit of a joke. But first problem is that his son Charlie is now on the naughty list. So, and the second thing is he's actually got to find a wife, otherwise he'll be kicked out of being Santa, which he obviously doesn't want to do that. He decides he has to head back home in order to fix things with his son and find someone to marry. While he's gone from the North Pole, they create his second in command, Curtis. Well, one of his closest comrades, Curtis, creates a toy Santa to run things up to the shop, but eventually starts going to haywire. So Scott has a few things. He's got to help get his son off the naughty list, to head back to the North Pole to stop the evil Santa, and woo over the woman he loves. So it's pretty complicated, but it's not as complicated as say when we get to Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause, which I won't lie will be one of next year's reviews. But what does work? Well, obviously Tim Allen still makes the movie. He is one of the best Santas without a doubt. I mean, it's funny, you could describe his film as being egotistical, saying he's the best Santa with every scene they talk about it, but it does work. He's a great Santa. The elves being played by children is still a good concept, and I like it. The North Pole looks amazing. Love every moment we're in it. And the Council of Legendary Figures is a pretty decent concept. I think this was released before, say, Rise of the Guardians, so bit of a foreshadow to for the idea they presented. But they have extra members in this, being Cupid, Father Time, and Mother Nature. But there are problems. I mean, the story, as I said, is complicated, and you get the cliches you get with stories like this, and the love story itself. I mean, you got the fact that he's dating his son's principal, and he's got to try and convince his son not to judge him for it, as well as try and explain what he actually does to her, which is obviously not going to work out so well. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. The jokes aren't all perfect, obviously, because there are some groaners here and there, whether it be from the elves, Tim Allen, or others. The new Randy they create, as far as I know, I don't know if he appears in the third film, but I forget honestly. But yeah, he's forgettable. And the Mrs. Claus concept, well, it is explained. Could have used a bit more explaining as to why after 8 years it starts to get rid of the current Santa. I think there's ideas with this, but you need to explain it a bit more. I mean, at the very least, the first film explained how the concept of the Santa Claus works. The Mrs. Claus concept isn't as very explained well, to be honest. I'm just saying, at least from my eyes, I should say. But I still find it okay. I'm giving it, say, 5.5 out of 10 has stars, so I don't hate it, but it isn't as good and memorable as the first film. Even then, I'm not a big fan of the first film, but yeah, I still think it's okay. So what's next? So what's going to be my fortunes for the next couple of videos? Well, they're all going to be related to Disney. That's all I got to say for my last 2 Christmas reviews of the year. So in the meantime, I'll see. This is Hasmouse Reviews out, and I'll see you for the 11th day of Christmas. Ciao.